Budget Blinds. Visit their showroom or call today for a free in-home consultation.
Well, the two teams are set for the Tier 3 Alberta Bowl final. The Holy Rosary Raiders facing off against the reigning champs, the Cochrane Cobras, who went in winners of 8 of the last 13 Tier 3 finals. Well, it was a great day at Footfield, and the Raiders are amped up for this contest. Opening drive here in the Raiders on 3rd and 1, and they decide to go for it, but they would come up short, turning the ball over on downs. So the Cobras, they go to work here. Eric Nunzi takes the handoff, and look how quick he gets to the second level. He reaches the end zone untouched, and it's 7-0 for Cochrane. Now after a Raiders 2-and-out, Tate Gordon rolls, and he finds Newsy for another major, and it's 14-0 for the Cobras. Now Raiders head coach Vince Orio calls a timeout here to relax his team, but the high-powered offense of the Cobras cannot be stopped. Gordon hits Spencer Marchand, and he scampers into the end zone, and it's 21 after the first quarter. Now it was more of the same in the second as the Cobras would lead 42-0 at the half. 55-0 was the final, and the Cobras capture another Tier 3 title.
We didn't show up today. Cochrane's a hell of a team, and they earned the championship. They are the best team in the province, and that's all you can really say about it. We got to seriously look at where we're putting our kids in next year for the future. We can't play games where our starters are in for a quarter for 6-7 games of the year and then expect to play at this pace. We gotta find some other teams to play. 3 or 4 games a year. We gotta play at this level in order to be able to compete. You can't do it once a year.
Really get things going. It was way harder. I mean, our O-line was working their butts off, and but their D-line was just better than us, and their O-line was just way stronger than ours. They were able to push our D-linemen around and get yards that they needed.
Now sticking with some high school sports, the Lloyd Barons boys basketball team was in Edmonton for the Mike Day Classic. The Barons, they had a good showing in their first tournament of the season. They were able to defeat 2 Edmonton high schools, ME Lazert and Edmonton Strathcona. However, Airdrie and Prince George, they were able to defeat the Barons, who finished the tournament with a 2-2 record. Kirk Hahn and Zach Wilson averaged 19 points each, and Hahn won the 2-ball competition in the skills contest. The Barons are back in action Wednesday when they host the St. Paul II Crusaders from North Battleford. Tip-off is 4:30 at the Lloyd Comp Gym. When the Boundary Ford Curling Classic was in full swing today down at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Centre. Defending champion Chelsea Carey was in action this afternoon, taking on team Nancy Martin. Well, last stone here for Nancy Martin, and she's looking to hit and stick around. That is going to force Carey to have to hit and roll out to blank the end, and Carey does just that, and she ends up taking this one 6-4 in 9 ends. Now moving on to the 2006 Olympic bronze medalist Shannon Kleibrink and her rink. They're taking on Nikki Kaufman here. Kleibrink, she is drawing here to try and block off the draw for Kaufman to get into the house. It's going to come in there and it's going to sit very nice. However, it's going to leave a little hole there that Kaufman might be able to expose. And on Kaufman's last rock of the end, she is going to do just that as she gets through that hole right there, and she's going to score 2 points. However, Kleibrink, she is going to hold on to this game, and she would win it 8-5. Now we're going to move on to Lauren Gray and her rink from Scotland. They came all the way over for this curling classic, we can call it, taking on Sherry Anderson rink. Now Gray with a draw here, gets full 4 foot there, and it's a nice shot, and that's going to lead Anderson to raise her own into the house to get points after the draw, and she is going to do just that. Great shot here by Anderson, and she's going to win this one 7-4 in 9 ends. The Lloydminster Bandit Pipeline Bobcats are at home for 2 games this weekend. Today they were hosting the last place St. Albert Raiders. Well, the Cats, with all the pressure in this one here, and the Raiders, they're finally able to get the puck out of their own end. They're going to break into the Bobcat zone here as Stanky, he's going to come in, take the puck down to the corner. He's going to find Connor Tupolo. He gets the pass and he wires it upstairs. Raiders 1-0 there on their first shot of the game. However, the Bobcats, they're going to come back here. Zane Franklin picks the puck up off the wall, walks in. He's going to snipe this one backboard and down, and the Cats tie it up 1-1. Little slip there in the corner by Franklin, but he was okay. Here he is again, shot on net. Goalie can't find the rebound. Franklin's going to come into your screen, fall over the goalie. Easy one for Ty Smith. He doesn't miss the empty net, and it's 2-1 there. Now the Raiders, they're on a PP here late in this one, but they think they tied it. Dane Dow absolutely robs the Raiders player, and the Cats are up 4-1 after 2 periods. On the Lloydminster Bobcats, they were in action last night, taking on the Fort McMurray Oil Barons in the first of a doubleheader. It was also the Bobcats' annual teddy bear toss night. Well, first period and we're scoreless here. Alex Pernitzzi's going to chip it to the newest Bobcat. Chris Spriggs settles down the puck, takes it in. He's going to let a shot go. It finds Twine, and it's 1-0 for the Bobcats. Also with that goal, that allows the fans to throw their teddies on the ice. And look at all of them fly. It's a great cause there that the Bobcats put on here. And look at all of them shower down onto the ice. Well, back to the game here. Barons with the puck. They set up Dylan Raw, who one times a top shell from the slot. We are tied up at 1. Now third period here, and we're still tied. Zach Drew looks to pass it off. However, can't make it there. He regains the puck, wires it top corner, and he gives the Cats a 2-1 lead. Now the Cats, they're looking for more here. A point shot by Graydon Smith is going to go wide of the net. Evan Schumi throws it on net, and Taylor Mulder gets the rebound, hits the post, but Zach Giroux is Johnny on the spot, and he finally puts it home. It's 3-1 for the Bobcats. The Cats, they end up taking this one 3-1, avenging the loss from the Barons earlier this month. And after the game, we spoke with Coach Gord Thibodeau about the game. Chris Spriggs, who scored his first goal as a Cat, and Zach Giroux with the 2 big third period goals.
Well, I mean, in some ways, a pretty similar game to last time. I thought our work ethic was a lot better tonight. But, it's tough. It's a tough league. You keep teams around, and last time they got a bounce that went their way, and this time it seemed we got a bounce in net front. But, like I said, there's no such thing as an easy game in this league.
No, it was real exciting. It was definitely a change of pace for the speed, but I think I adjusted pretty well. It was nice getting the first goal on pretty well my first shot there, especially with the teddy bear toss. That was pretty sweet. But no, I think it was a real good game for me and my team.
It felt great. Our line was working really well all night. Schumi and Mulder were working their tails off. So it was just nice that our line could get the job done there in the third for the team.
Cats are back in action at 7:30. Moving on, last night the Bonneville Pontiacs, they continued their southern road trip last night. They were in Brooks, taking on the #1 team in the south. However, the Yaks weren't able to be stopped as they continued their winning ways with a 6-5 victory. Dylan McCrory led the Bandits on offense, scoring 3 goals. However, Zach Mills for the Pontiacs was not going to let him be the only one with a hat trick, as he had one himself. The other Yaks goals were scored by Bobby McMahon, who had 2, and Kyler Hain had 1. The Pontiacs, they wrap up their 4-game trip tonight in Drumheller versus the Dragons.